Ladies and gentlemen, as Chuck said, for those of you who do not know, this will be Chuck's last annual business meeting as a member of our staff. Earlier this year, Chuck announced he will be retiring next March. During his 44 years with the Code Council, family of companies, Chuck has served as a benchmark of professionalism and a technical proficiency among our staff. Chuck has also mentored many of us through the years, providing advice, guidance, and words of support in his unique, gentle way. There is no way we can list all of Chuck's accomplishments this morning, but we wanted to share a few highlights. I am pleased to introduce Michael Gardner, Executive Vice President of Compliance Programs, to make a presentation.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning. While I have not known Chuck for his entire tenure at the ICC, I have been privileged to work very closely with him for the past several years. I've always been amazed at just how many things Chuck has done at the Code Council. His resume reads like a textbook of professional accomplishments. Here are just a few.
Armed with a Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering and a few years of engineering and testing experience, Chuck began his 44-year career with the Code Council in 1973 when he joined the staff of ICBO as an Associate Research Engineer. Fortuitously, while Chuck was growing in a new role as a staff engineer with ICBO, the seed that would propel him to great heights was planted when ICBO established its accreditation operation in 1975. In 1981, Chuck seized an opportunity to migrate to ICBO ES as a senior staff engineer. Working diligently for John Noss at ICBO ES, Chuck gained significant experience and in 1986 ascended to his first executive position with the organization when he became Vice President of Administration and Field Services, a position he would hold for 14 years until the year 2000, when he became the ICBO Vice President of Accreditation and Field Services. While Chuck had been intimately involved in accreditation in his previous position, this move was Chuck's first formal role in leading the accreditation operation. The move in 2000 also laid the groundwork for the creation of the International Accreditation Service in 2002. That year, Chuck was named the founding president of IAS. Under Chuck's guidance, IAS has grown programmatically and has moved well beyond its initial mission as an accreditor of testing labs and construction methods. In 2005, significant programs to accredit building departments and special inspection programs were initiated. IAS also moved to work with manufacturing organizations and in 2007 began to work with the Metal Building Manufacturers Association. Over the next decade, programs to accredit metal building assemblers and metal building systems were established. Chuck has also pushed IAS to grow internationally. One shining example was the accreditation of the Kelowna, BC Building Department in 2014, the first building department outside of the United States to be accredited. But the most significant indicator of Chuck's steady guidance is in the numbers. Under his direction, the total number of IAS accreditations has grown rapidly. At its present rate, the total number of accreditations will exceed 1,000 in early 2018. A doubling in only 7 years. So to Chuck, we say thank you for all you have done for IAS and ICC. Your legacy will not be forgotten, and the imprint you leave on the organization will remain for years to come.
Chuck, thank you for leading IAS with a strong mind, steady hand, and kind heart. Though we will all miss you, I am confident your legacy will live on for many years to come. Next, I am pleased to introduce Jim Toscas, Chair of the IAS Board of Directors, to say a few words. Jim?
Thanks, Michael. Thank you very much. It's been my pleasure and honor to serve on the IS Board of Directors for close to a decade now. You know, the time flies when you're having fun. I've been really honored, though, to get to know Chuck Ramani and observe the way that he has created something that carries forth the spirit of what I believe IAS is all about and what ICC is all about, and that is leaving the world a better place than you found it. Chuck has imbued his spirit, his openness, his dedication, his honesty, and his integrity into the organization that has now absorbed that culture. And as such, they've been very successful in opening new doors for the I-code system, which is the most comprehensive, well-developed code system on the planet, to enter new realms internationally and therefore make even a bigger world a better place. In that sense, I'm very proud to have met Chuck and worked with him, and in particular the other board members also, who are mostly code officials. And I've gotten to know and understand what makes code officials tick. I'm very honored to be among you all. So with that, Chuck, I want to wish you the best. I hope that the IAS as an organization will continue to carry forth that spirit of leaving the world a better place. And whatever you do in the future, I'm sure you'll continue to also carry that spirit. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. And now I yield the floor to our CEO, Dominic Sims, for a special presentation.
Thank you, Michael. Chuck, I think there's a reason why someone once referred to you as the shining star of ICC, or maybe it was the other way around, which is why you've endeared yourself to so many. You've exemplified leadership every day and taught so many of us what it means to be a leader. You've been a great role model for your staff, and you've dedicated yourself and your life to the service of others. So for that, Chuck, we have a special presentation that we'd like to present to you today. Scoot, scoot, scoot.
Well, thank you very much, all of you. I'll be seeing you, I'm sure, from what my chairman and Dominic and others tell me, that the code folks, the code geeks will draw me back to you in one way or the other. So until that happens, thank you very much. God bless.
Michael, Jim, and Dominic, thank you for those great presentations. And Chuck, congratulations on an amazing career, and thank you again so much for the contributions you've made to the building safety profession.